I quit social media 4 years ago and it completely changed my life.
And I get why people be deactivating their social media or like deleting their Instagram or like just won't post for like 6 months. Like, it's really nothing that you miss when you stay off social media.
The way I just deactivated my Instagram and I don't see myself getting it back anytime soon.
I took 6 months off social media and here are a few things I've learned. It changed everything.
Have you noticed people are quitting social media? If you're new on my channel, welcome. My name is Cynthia. And guys, in today's video, we're going to be talking about why people are quitting social media like Instagram, Facebook. Social media has been a huge part of our lives for over a decade. Instagram came, swept everybody off their feet. Then there's Twitter, now called X, did the same thing. Now we have Thread doing the same thing. Facebook have always been there. I mean, guys, there's so many social media platforms now, actually. But lately, more and more people are saying enough is enough. Well, mostly from Instagram, people are deleting their accounts, stepping back and admitting that social media is draining their mental health, their time, and even their relationships. Now, in today's video, we're going to be looking at people that have come to, give us reasons why they quit the social media and even tell us how their lives have improved even after quitting social media. Now, without wasting too much time, let's get right into this video.
I took 6 months off social media and here are a few things I've learned. It changed everything. People really don't care. Social media has made us feel like the world is watching, but in reality, people are just scrolling. They really don't care. Enjoying my free will, not following what's trending, not doing what is aesthetically pleasing, just doing whatever I want, going to places, actually living in the moment because there's no content to take. Genuinely, wholeheartedly enjoying my free will. Rebuilding my identity. I actually grew away from social media and without social media. Before I left, I actually went through my content and I did not recognize who was that girl. I had made my whole personality about my sexuality, which there's absolutely nothing wrong with that, but there's just so much more to me. And I was forced to confront versions of myself that I was performing, and I realized that I outgrew the person that I was, and I had to just find myself all over again, like the new version of me, the grown version of me, and here we are. Mental clarity. When I left social media, my anxiety went down. It did not fully go away, but it went down. I don't know. Social media has this thing of being able to make you compare your journey with the next person's journey. So when I was away of social media, I could not see what the next person is doing, and I did not feel like a loser. So I was literally finding my own lane, finding the type of person I am, and actually growing and healing away from the public eye. Last but not least, I did not realize how out of touch I was with reality, in a sense of like this, like on social media there are so many personalities and so many ways of doing certain things, and we trying to like find ourselves. And then here are people telling you that this is how this should go and this is how something should be done. And when I left social media, it blocked out all the noise, and I was just doing things my way and how it worked for me. The pressure was gone, the noises were gone. It was beautiful. It was a beautiful time. So if you're looking for a sign to take a break, honey, do it.
That's actually it, guys. Like, social media has a way of putting pressure on some people. Like, it gives room for competition. It doesn't give room for personal growth. And I understand why a lot of people are quitting.
The way I just deactivated my Instagram and I don't see myself getting it back anytime soon. And I believe that this is why I'm not as big on Instagram or even on TikTok as I absolutely could be, because I take these breaks from all of my social media platforms. Like, I've been off of Twitter for almost 2 years. I've been off of Facebook for almost a year. When I even had my Instagram, I didn't even post on Instagram, y'all. Like, I had went like a year and some change before I posted, like, on my actual feed. I didn't even have highlights at one point. Like, catch my story if you can. That's it. I had recently, like, I want to say like maybe a month ago, started posting reels, like taking my TikTok videos and posting them on reels. And I had gained 2,000 followers in a matter of a week. And I'm like, I actually don't want to be on here, actually. Like, never mind. So growing is never an issue. It's the issue for me is I don't really be feeling like it. I just want to get off for a little bit. You know what I mean? And I take a lot of Instagram breaks. Like, if you know me, you know I take a lot of Instagram breaks. I am quick to deactivate that page, okay? Very quick to deactivate it. And Instagram is a different world than TikTok. So I don't really see myself leaving TikTok. But Facebook, I don't have a desire to get back on there. Twitter, don't have a desire to get on there. Threads, I literally use Threads for like 2 days. Don't have a desire. Like, I don't know. I'm not a super social media person. And you would think I am, but I'm actually not. And I have a lot of moments where I'm like, bro, I don't want to be on here. Get me off of here. I don't know.
It's really that way, guys. But come to even think of it, what time would you even have to be jumping from one app to the other, updating one app to the other? Like, keeping up to me is a hassle.
I quit social media 4 years ago and it completely changed my life. For background, I deleted everything, Instagram, Twitter, everything back in the beginning of 2021. It's now 2025 and I just started TikTok like a month ago, and this is my only social media I have now. Those 4 years offline taught me everything I didn't know I needed. The first thing that I noticed is that I just became my most authentic self. You're just a much more interesting person because you're not consuming what other people are wearing, what they're thinking, what they're saying. And you just have space for your own thoughts. You have space for learning new hobbies, reading new books, reading articles. So you just become much more interesting because you're present in your actual self. You're not in such a huge influencing bubble. You're influenced by the world and the people around you in your reality, in your day-to-day life, but you're not influenced by like consumer trends, by social media trends. It's just really refreshing because you know like the person that you're becoming is who you're meant to be. And then eventually when you're there, you just like can settle into yourself. It's a really amazing experience. Number 2 is that you suddenly have so much time. You didn't even know how much time and how many things you can accomplish in a single day. It's just so productive and it's so freeing. Life just stops disappearing into a scroll. My days would feel longer. I would feel more fulfilled. I would fill it with so much stuff, learning, reflecting, moving. I was actually doing things and I was building a life instead of just watching one go by and like looking up from my phone and seeing that 4 hours had passed. And I think that also in turn is what makes you a much more interesting person, is suddenly you have all this time to do so many other things and to read and to fill your mind with other thoughts. So those two kind of go hand in hand. Number 3, this is one of the best things that happened when I deleted social media, was that I just stopped comparing myself. I just think it's a natural tendency for humans to compare. You're always going to compare value A to value B. That's just a natural human tendency. You don't need to try and shut it down completely, but it's not normal for us to have a window into everyone's lives at all times. I think that has broken our brains a little bit. When I was offline, I only knew what was happening to me and the people around me, and I think that that's the way it's always been, and it felt right. It felt natural. I was really able to break that toxic mentality of just always feeling behind and comparing myself to everyone. And now that I have TikTok, it's kind of come back, but when I was completely offline, I didn't really feel that. Number 4, it was also something life-changing that I noticed, was that I had to learn to sit with my emotions. You can't inoculate yourself with dopamine hits and avoid the painful emotions anymore with social media. You have to learn to sit in the discomfort. You have to learn to face yourself and learn to sit with your difficult emotions. I wasn't able to escape my feelings anymore, and that really changed everything. It made me stronger. It made me more emotionally resilient, and I was able to gain peace in my own head. Like, my brain just felt like green. It was a forest of peace. It was amazing. Number 5 is your relationships get better. When you're grounded in reality, you just show up differently, and people can feel that. You're more present, you listen better. You're just so in the present that you really see people when you're with them, and they can feel that. And you feel that with yourself. You feel so present with yourself. And you cherish them more because you just cherish your day-to-day life. You cherish the people in your life because this is your reality. This is what you have. And you know what's crazy is, like, I remember how impossible at the time it felt to delete Instagram. Like, what if I didn't know about other people's lives and things like that? And once you do it, you're like, who are they to you? The only people who matter are in your day-to-day life. It's crazy to see once you delete it how disillusioned you can be that, oh, this really is nothing. It means nothing. And at the time, it felt really important. It was a big part of my life. I was on my phone a lot. And now it's just not a part of my reality at all. Honestly, the biggest thing about deleting my social media was knowing that I can live without it. At the time, I felt like I couldn't live without it, and now I know that I can, and I'm better for it. Honestly, now that I'm on TikTok for the past month and a half, I can see the way it's kind of getting me back in that loop, and that's not my fault. It's engineered to be that way. It's very calculated, but Even though it might not be our fault what our digital environment is and how we evolve with it, it is our responsibility to learn how to navigate it ourselves and for our day-to-day lives. If quitting is something that you're considering, I highly recommend it. Even if it's just for a little bit, you're just going to see yourself change only in positive ways. Social media can be positive in a lot of ways, but it can be very, very negative in a lot of ways. And even when you take that step back, when you take a little break or a long break like I did, you're able to discern more how you can use it effectively in your life. I promise it'll only be positive. Like, you will only change for the better. And I feel like deleting it when I was young like that has kind of changed my trajectory for the rest of my life and how I'm going to use social media. It's just so peaceful out here. So peaceful in here.
You can never go wrong with peace of mind. She made a lot of points. You rediscover yourself. You learn yourself again. Yes, because with social media, at some point, you don't even know who you are anymore because you see something, you like it, you want to do it, even though inside of you, that's not your style. But because it was trending, you want to do it. Like, I mean, people change their bodies because of social media trend. So, I mean,
If I tell you that I done deleted all of my social media, and you come back with, but you still on TikTok. TikTok is not social media. What's wrong with y'all? TikTok is life. TikTok is reality. TikTok is a universe. So don't compete when you don't compare. TikTok is not social media, okay? So don't say that no more.
okay, if you say so.
I deleted my Instagram at 8,000 followers permanently. I've had the same Instagram since 2012, and I just couldn't do it anymore. I had ghost followers, I had monitoring spirits. I just did not have the supportive community that I wanted. And I'm fully okay with having 50 people following me that are interested in my content, that like my content, and that want to interact with me, and I can interact with them. And so I decided to scrap it.
Another thing I noticed again is, I mean, like I said, social media have been here for a very long time. So the person you were like a decade ago, it's not the same person you are now. So everything will just look like, ew, this is not my style.
And I get why people be deactivating their social media or like deleting their Instagram or like just won't post for like 6 months. Like, it's really nothing that you miss when you stay off social media. I feel like life even gets like more peaceful because you're not watching a bunch of people all day, you know, filling your head up with a bunch of false narratives. You're not feeling like, you know, you're behind because you see somebody else that might be the same age as you or might be where you from or whatever that's doing a lot better than you or look like they doing a lot better than you financially or they're more happy than you. Like, I don't know. I get it now. I get why people delete their Instagram. I get why people deactivate their social media because it's just like, when it's just you actually living like in real time, it's just so much more peaceful. You don't have to worry about like the noise, like the outside noise from the outside world. And I get it more and more. Like, I feel like I would definitely be bored without social media, but I feel like it forces you to actually like live and be present in real time.
Be present in your own life, literally. That's what I would say. And yeah, like shutting out the outside noise from the outside world is like the main thing for me.
Okay, so I just deleted my Instagram permanently. I deleted the app, and my goal is to not download it ever again. Okay, I'm cool with TikTok, the TikTok stories, that works for me. But as far as Instagram, like, I want to purge the Instagram app out of my life indefinitely. So let's go through the pros for me personally. Pros and cons. Let's start with the pros. Pros. I'm not waking up like, let me stalk my hoe. I'm not going to be lurking. That's good. I have no access. 2, I'm not going to be watching face unintentionally. The app, literally, whether you want to or not, is just there to watch people's lives, to be viewing people's everyday activity or thoughts. I'm not gonna feel the urge to be like, damn, I ain't posted in a minute. I gotta show people how sexy I am. I need a new fit. Boom. $1,000 gone. I need a new bag. Boom.
I gotta make this outfit look aesthetically pleasing. I gotta plan it in advance. I gotta book the photographer. Or wait, maybe I should use my phone, but the camera quality doesn't hit. I gotta worry about if people are liking it once I post it, a good time to post it. Gotta think of a caption. I'm done. Comparison is the thief of joy. We all know that. I'm not gonna be on the explore page like, nah, her body's fire, I gotta get in the gym. I mean, TikTok low-key could have that effect too, but it's just not as bad. I don't know. Plus, everybody on Instagram and pictures are photoshopped. It's kind of hard to photoshop yourself in a video for TikTok, so it's kind of not the same. I feel like it decreases the gossiping because, I'm not gonna lie, me and my friends be talking about people all day in that DM. And then no more doom scrolling. I kind of doom scroll on TikTok, but it just feels less bad. I don't know why, because it's TikTok. But either way, now I'm choosing one. TikTok instead of Instagram, not both. Okay, now let's start with the cons. Okay. Cons. I'm sexy. I'm fire. Nobody gets to see me. But gatekeeping myself is a form of self-love. I love that for me. Like, I don't even want anyone to see me anymore. Another con, I can't stalk my hoe. Like, I have no evidence. I can't stalk my hoe. Those are the only cons. With that being said, delete that Instagram. It ain't doing nothing for you. Unless you're, like, making money off of it. But if not, goodbye. Yeah, that's true. I mean, except you're making money from it and it's sustaining you. Otherwise, if your mind is telling you to delete it, maybe you should listen to your mind because you won't be missing anything.
If you're thinking about deleting social media, don't do it. Okay, now that they're gone, if something's telling you to delete social media, do it. After 3 years of not having social media, I've matured so much. My brain, my mindset has evolved. Scrolling daily and consuming daily does nothing for you. Times where I wanted to scroll, I just sat with myself and I learned so much in the silence. After that time off, coming back on gave me a purpose. We're meant to create, we're not meant to endlessly consume. I promise you're gonna come back more evolved, with more ideas, with more creativity. You're gonna be so much more fulfilled.
And more successful. Like when you put all this together, you're definitely on your way to success. For your peace of mind, for your sanity, if your mind is telling you to get off that social media, please get off of it. Not being so active on almost all social media platforms has made me have enough time to do things I want to do. Guys, you don't know what scrolling does to you. Oh. You don't know what scrolling does to you. Imagine just scrolling. Before you know it, the whole day has gone. And you're like, what did I do today? Nothing. Just going, consuming things you didn't ask for. That's just your time is going to slip by. You're not going to be creative. You're not going to be productive. You're not going to do any tangible thing with your time. Not just that, you're going to always feel pressured to do what you're seeing on social media or not to do. If you're the type that is easily influenced by what you see, you end up doing what naturally you wouldn't have done. And I mean, that doesn't make sense. Like I said, unless you're making cool money from these apps, then you can still hold on to them. But if your mind is telling you to get off and you're not making money, and if your mind is telling you to get off and you're still making money from the apps, maybe you actually need a break. But yes, beautiful people, I have come to the end of the video. I hope you all enjoyed it. Let me know, guys. Have you deleted your social media? Are you planning on deleting your social media? If you've deleted your social media, how has it helped you? Please let me know in the comments, guys. I've come to the end of the video. I hope you all enjoyed it. Like I said, if you did, do not forget to give the video a fat thumbs up. If you are not subscribed, consider subscribing, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.